Hello everyone. So we've got some news coming out of Heljan, or Heljan, however you pronounce it, of some models coming soon. So let's check it out. Unsurprisingly, it's mostly O-gauge, and this is something Heljan are going big on these days, so it comes as no surprise. However, there are some double O-gauge things to talk about, so let's get into it. First up, it's the BR Class 20 locomotive. This is a second production run due to continued demand for them, and you can see why. An iconic locomotive and in a vast range of options. Going through them, we have this one, catalogue number 2001, in British Rail blue with the FYE disc head codes, unnumbered so you can apply your own number to it. With all of these, the models are DC powered and are sound ready. They come with 3-link couplings, sprung buffers, directional lighting, 21-pin DCC interface, and they have a single motor with flywheel, and you also get a wooden display plinth with these, so you should expect to pay around $635 for one of those models. You can also get the centre head codes version, catalogue number 2013, for the same price, and also this blue weathered version number 20042, catalogue number is 2004 on this one. The weathered versions are a little more expensive, £20 more at around $655. On to the green ones, and catalogue number 2000 is this one here, again unnumbered with the SYP disc head codes. You can also get this version in this rather smart looking livery. It's the Tinsley Rail Tour green with HCS discs, again unnumbered and catalogue number 2003. And you can also get this one numbered D8132 with the SYP centre head code. Catalogue number on this is 2017. Finally, for the 20s is this green weathered edition, number 20023. It features disc head codes and is catalogue number 2005. So a lot to choose from there. So moving on, they have announced a new version of the Class 37. Bound to be a popular one, this one, and it's been remodelled and upgraded in both the body and the specification. 8 new liveries, plus an exclusive version for the Gauge Master collection. So let's check that one out first. This is a limited edition of the famous Loch Lomond number 37043. A very famous locomotive this one, it's bound to sell well, so if you want one, be quick and head on over to the Gauge Master website. For the more readily available versions, we kick off with this one, the classic blue and yellow unnumbered version. This is catalogue number 3720. With all of these, the models are DC powered and are sound ready. They come with 3-link couplings, sprung buffers, directional lighting, an ESU XL interface, and again a single motor with flywheel. And you should expect to pay around about $670 for these models. You can also get this version in this large logo livery too, as catalogue number 3721, and this is likely to be very popular, I reckon. 3722 is the same version but in the Civil Engineer's rather dull grey and yellow livery. The first numbered one we have here is this green with full yellow ends. Catalogue number here is 3724 and again it's around £670. Another dull grey one, catalogue 3725, is the triple grey version. But a much more eye-catching one is the EWS red and gold version, catalogue number 3726. Next, it's what I think is a rather utilitarian DRS livery, which is catalogue number 3727. And finally, we have 37008 in the Rail Freight red stripe weathered edition, coming in £20 more than the unweathered versions. I like this livery, but I'm not sure of the weathering effect, but it may appeal to some. So quite a selection of tractors there, all in the 370 version. I'm sure other versions will be coming soon, so watch out for them too. So next it's this tiny O-gauge locomotive, the Ruston and Hornsby 48DS Industrial Diesel. This is an ideal model to get into this larger scale because of its size, but also its low cost. We'll get into that in a moment. Last I saw of this, it was still a production sample, but we're now seeing decorated models becoming available to purchase very soon. There's a range of 5, all as cute as each other. So we start off with this pea green open cab version with the lining. A very smart looking version. It's catalogue number 9030 and it comes in around £200, which is the price point for all of these models. They all feature 3-link couplings, separately switchable headlamps, directional lighting, Next 18 DCC decoder interface, factory fitted speaker in the radiator section, wire mesh radiator grille and a compact 5-pole motor with flywheel and super low gearing. It's amazing value for money. So next we have this really bright version in the yellow with the wasp stripes, featuring an enclosed cab this time. It's catalogue number 9032. Another open cab version, catalogue number 9035, features this BR Southern Region green and numbered DS1169. Then it's back to being a closed cab version named Sir William McAlpine and catalogue number 9037. And finally, my favourite is 9038, which is this cool looking Express Dairy Blue version. It's a great range aimed at the entry level into this scale, and I think Heljan have done really well bringing these to market. The standout piece of rolling stock that Heljan have introduced is this amazing LMS 50-foot inspection saloon. Not only highly detailed on the outside, the interior has been faithfully reproduced as well. A massive range of 12 variations here, so Heljan are really covering off all bases with this model. Maybe there's a little too many variations, but you certainly can't say there's not one to suit you. My favourite is the classic blue and grey version with the full yellow ends, catalogue number 9104. However, all of them come in at around £320 and feature 3-link couplings, sprung buffers, interior lighting, as well as that highly detailed interior and exterior. So it's a really useful item if you have a limited area for an O-gauge layout, as this would work just with a locomotive. Gotta say, this is a pretty radical colour scheme though. It's certainly eye-catching. If you've got a bit bigger space on your layout, you might want to consider these Mark I BG and GUV vans. Heljan have released some new liveries covering the range of BR colour schemes from the early 1950s right through to the 2020s. So looking at the Mark I BGs first, these are available in two different bogie designs, the Commonwealth or the B4 types, and a range of liveries too. All of them feature 3-link couplings and sprung buffers and come in at around about £240 each. And there is a weathered version as well. It's this catalogue number 4966. It's the BR blue and grey livery and a little bit more expensive. An extra £20 gets you this one. Similarly, the Mark I general utility van also comes in a wide range of liveries and features 3-link couplings and sprung buffers too. Prices for these are also around £240 each, and again there's a weathered version for around £260. I particularly like the Glasgow and Swansea written on the side of this one in pretend chalk. That's a nice touch. That was a mammoth O-gauge announcement, but we do also have some double O-gauge things too. Heljan are really spoiling us here. This is the new run of the LNER Gresley 02280. It's a heavy goods locomotive, quite a large steam engine, and they have a massive run of 13 different types. Wow, that's a lot. The standout one for me is the GNR lined grey version, which is catalogue number 3930, but all of them come in at around about £220 with an extra tenner if you want the weathered version. They're all DC models but feature a 21-pin interface, as well as NEM couplings, sprung buffers, and tender and locomotive pickups. If you thought that was a large number of variations, wait till you see this. It's Heljan's Class 47 and it's coming in a massive 24 variations. 12 different liveries in either DC or DCC sound options. Maybe we have too many 47s, and Heljan's model isn't my recommended one, but if you're interested, check out what's on offer here. So all the models feature NEM couplings, sprung buffers, and for the DC versions, they are DCC ready. However, the interesting thing here is that the DCC sound versions feature a bespoke Legoman Biffo sound set and also a reduced price over the previous run, coming in at £350 or thereabouts. For DC, the price remains around £250 though. And that's not all, because there are two livery options exclusive to Gagemaster in the form of this brightly decorated Network Southeast version, and my favourite, the Lost Boys Rail Operation Group livery. Finally, in this mammoth announcement, we wrap up with Heljan's new batch of Class 45s. 8 options here, and this is a locomotive I think, it's a bit dull to be honest. However, this version, catalogue number 45503, the Royal Warwickshire Fusiliers in BR Blue, does look quite smart. All models come in at a reasonable £210 and feature 21-pin DCC interfaces as well as directional lighting and NEM couplings. And there's also a weathered version of Locomotive 97409, which comes in at an extra £10. And that was it. Wow, what a lot of stuff on offer, and certainly a lot of O-gauge items, something Heljan seem to be pushing more into these days. I hope you liked my review. Please give this a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you on the next video. See ya!